I want your soul.
What the hell? That was weird, right? I mean, have you ever had another man gently caress your cheek like that, unprovoked? Cody, I want your body next to me. I want your soul. Your soul is what I want. Does anyone else feel like this is just the Star Wars prequel trilogy being played out on WWE? Like, Cody is Anakin grappling with his morals on the light side and the unlimited power that The Rock is promising on the dark side as Darth Sidious, the puppet master? No? I'm the only nerd in the room? Okay, that's fine. People are trashing this angle online. And yeah, the segment obviously was not good, but I feel like I'm one of the only ones that's actually excited about where they could go from here. So what I want to do in this video with you is hypothesize. I put some thought into what we could do with this. Let's walk through 3 angles that we could take from here. And if you're not convinced by the end of this video, then I don't know, go watch Santi's app or something. He's usually right about this stuff. And while you're there, tell him, Santi, I want your soul. So picture this. Over the next 2 weeks before Elimination Chamber, Cody grapples with his morals. He's achieved his dream of being WWE Champion, a title that he has sought after for 17 long years. But it doesn't feel like enough. He's hit the mountaintop, but does he want more? And so he faces The Rock in Toronto. He's face to face with The Rock, the final boss. I smacked myself there. That was pure adrenaline. Cody faces the final boss and he says, Rocky, nah, I'm good. This just feels like the most likely option. Am I crazy? I just can't believe that the WWE would turn one of their biggest baby faces of all time into a heel for a storyline that popped up out of nowhere, especially for a guy who shows up on TV a few times a year. But if Cody says no, I hope it's not just that simple. He says no and then we forget about this. That would be such a cheap cop-out by the WWE, and it would just confirm that they slapped together this storyline to drum up the numbers for Elimination Chamber because The Rock decided to show up because he had some free time. There's so much more they can continue to build on, even if Cody says no. Here's 2 angles they could take. The first one, if Cody says no to The Rock, he says, no, Rocky, I'm living out my dream. I'm the real people's champion. They chose me over you last year, which old Rocky's still a little salty about. And then The Rock turns to Cody and after 15 minutes of a completely unrelated tangent, at least one STD reference, he looks at Cody and he says, okay, but this is not the end. In fact, this is just the beginning. Because I am the final boss! And The Rock from that point on sets out to break Cody. Uses everything within his power as board member of TKO to put obstacles in front of Cody relentlessly. And what I kind of like about this angle is that it leaves it still a little bit open-ended. It preserves Cody as a babyface, and it gives him like a big-time rival in The Rock that's kind of like the puppet master, not necessarily someone he's going to see on the screen all the time, but it's a story that they can kind of leave open for a long time, right? And these obstacles can be anything. It can be interferences or, I don't know, handicap matches, or maybe The Rock blows up Cody's limo a la Vince McMahon in 2007. I don't know. But it leaves the door open and it makes this not just like a 2-week storyline. Another angle is Cody says no, but someone else jumps in and says yes. I don't think that someone is whoever wins the chamber because they got their big time opportunity, a main event at WrestleMania for the title match. I don't think they need to align with Rock to get any opportunities because they got it. I think it's someone who's more desperate, someone who continues to get shoved out of these big opportunity moments in favor of other quote unquote bigger superstars. I could see Drew McIntyre being perfect for this kind of a role. Think about how many times he's been overshadowed by bigger talent and pushed out of main event spots. Think about Bad Blood, match of the year. Drew put it all on line. Gushing Blood wasn't the main event. Even now, Drew's getting like the sloppy seconds of whatever's left over after Elimination Chamber for his WrestleMania feud, but he sure as hell is not getting a WrestleMania main event. Even though if you ask anybody online, ask anybody at a live show, they would all say Drew McIntyre deserves it, but he never gets it. But the WWE is not giving him these opportunities. But there are people outside of the WWE that have more power than anyone in that company. I honestly, I'm not even making this up just to have something to throw in a video. I honestly love this idea. I feel like with Cody, since he came back to WWE, and especially in this title reign, he hasn't had that career-defining, title-defining feud yet. The Cena versus Orton or Cena versus Edge, the Stone Cold versus The Rock. He's had feuds like Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, but nothing that I feel like we're going to be looking back on in 10 years and making a documentary about it. This feels like it could, though. We would have The Rock as the puppet master authority figure above it, and then Drew McIntyre, who is another all-time great, top-tier current superstar that could be The Rock's protege underneath him. A guy who can put on great matches and who would be a serious threat to Cody's title. It's not like it's just somebody that aligned to The Rock, but nobody would believe him actually beating Cody. I don't know. I kind of like this. I kind of like it a lot. And Drew's just one example of this. It could be other superstars that would be good candidates, but it feels like he's just kind of been bouncing around between people that aren't in a meaningful feud. He's not getting title opportunities anymore, so why not throw him in this opportunity? But then again, maybe, just maybe, there's something nagging in Cody's brain. 500 million followers, that sounds pretty nice. I've got 2,000 subscribers on YouTube and I feel like a big shot. And you can make it 2001 if you just click on that little button down there, etch your name in Bosco history. But what if in Toronto, Cody looks at The Rock, looks at the crowd, looks at The Rock, looks at the crowd, looks at The Rock, looks at the crowd, looks at The Rock, and he says, I'll do it. And everyone's saying this would immediately kick off the Cody heel turn, Homelander Cody or corporate Cody. But I think that's just too simple. Why would Cody go so abruptly from beloved people's champion to a sellout out of nowhere? I think what would be better is if we make this more of a slow burn. Let's go back to that Star Wars analogy. The greatest heel turn in all of entertainment history. Anakin Skywalker. This can follow a little bit of a similar path. It's no secret Cody's morals and loyalty are very strong, but his ambition and desire for popularity are also very strong. Why not play with that? Even if he says yes to The Rock, Cody can be in this in-between space for a number of weeks or months, and we see him in real time on TV fight between what's pulling him on the light side and what's pulling him from the dark side. He's got people like Sammy and Jay on one shoulder, keeping him loyal to the fans. But on the other side, he's got The Rock, who's giving him opportunity after opportunity, helping him keep his cherished WWE title. And he's showing Cody, nobody, not even the fans, have the power to do this except for me. It would be so fun and so real and so rewarding to see Cody fight this battle on every show. He'd be cheered some nights and booed on others based on the decisions that he made every week. You'd have kids cheering for Cody to make the good guy decision, and then you'd have the sadistic 40-year-old men that are cheering for that Cody heel turn, just like they did for John Cena. It would just be so fun to see this play out and see how the crowd reacts to this kind of a thing. You could sell Cody good guy merch and Cody bad guy merch. There you go, WWE. That's a whole new avenue of revenue for you. And then the payoff is that this culminates ultimately to a much bigger decision somehow. And we have a moment a la Sami Zayn with the steel chair to Roman's back, where Cody has to make a decision. And that's our payoff. You either turn him into a super ultra mega babyface, even more than he is now in that moment, or you turn him into a villainous heel and have him commit to that side of it. This really is just the plot of Star Wars, isn't it? I just pull off my mask. I've been George Lucas the whole time. I announce Cody Rhodes is a Skywalker because apparently the Skywalker seed is everywhere in the goddamn galaxy. But anyways, that's a topic for a whole nother video, a whole nother channel. But I just love that idea of toying with Cody's morals so much because it's what defines his entire character now. But what if you call that into question? And then ultimately you can take him back to being a babyface, but give him something fresh and new and more of a long-term story that I feel like he hasn't really had in his current title reign. The question obviously is, does WWE have the balls to actually do that? Cody Rhodes is their Lord and Savior ever since he returned, so do they want to put him in a complicated storyline where he is battling his morals? I don't know if they would actually do something that unique. So there you have it. I think those are three really awesome angles they would take with this. And there's so many other opportunities too. I think just the fact that you have The Rock, an all-time great, against Cody, an all-time great, and then you have the additional layer of Cody being champion and The Rock being a TKO board member. There are so many things that you could play with this, and man, I just really hope it's not a simple, no, I'm okay, Rocky, and then The Rock disappears to go film a movie, and Cody goes to face whoever it is at Elimination Chamber. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about my ideas. I think they're creative. Honestly, The Rock and Cody could turn gold out of nothing. And I'll be in the comments on this video, so let me know if you have any other theories that maybe I'm not thinking of.